Hi guys, welcome back to another edition of Max and Nicky 1000th Time Reactions.
Where we react to a song after listening to it for our 1000th time.
We release 3 videos a day.
Every day.
So please hit that subscribe button.
So you don't miss out on all our amazing content.
That's right. What are we going to listen to right now, Nicky?
We're going to be listening to Blue Moon by the Marcels, their version of Blue Moon.
That's right.
The Rodgers and Hart song, Blue Moon.
Right. I mean, as we know, well, maybe you don't know, it was written years prior to them performing it, but this is
the doo-wop version of it.
Yeah, and the most popular version of it.
And we actually do a cover of this version of the song, the doo-wop version.
Or close to this version,
yeah,
I suppose.
And it's on our other channel called Max and Nicky, on which we perform oldies, tunes, jazz standards, and originals in that vein. I'll put a link to our cover of this version of this song in the description below if you're interested in checking that out.
But for right now, let's listen to Blue Moon by the Marcels.
For our 1000th time.
Here we go.
Dang dang dang, ding a dong ding, blue moon, moon, blue moon, dip dip dip, moon, 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 blue moon, dip dip dip, moon, moon, blue moon, dip dip dip, bomb, dang dang dang, ding a dong ding, blue moon, moon, blue moon. You saw me standing alone without a dream in my heart. Dang dang dang, ding a dong ding, blue moon. You knew just what I was there for. You heard me saying a prayer for someone I really did care for. And then there suddenly appeared before me, the only one my arms would ever hold. I heard somebody whisper, please adore me. And when I looked, the moon had dared to go. Blue moon, now I'm no longer alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Dang dang dang, ding a dong ding, blue moon. Dang dang dang, ding a dong ding, blue moon. Dang dang dang, ding a dong ding, blue moon.
All right, Blue Moon by the Marcels. Man,
Yeah.
they really utilized not only the high register of the falsetto, but they also utilize such a lot of these doo-wop groups, they really delineated parts,
Yeah.
you really had the
And they sort of
deep
run the
bass
gamut
guy,
of all the voices that are available.
Well, I mean, really, it
comes
kind of comes from like I mean, if you wanted to look at the origins, it probably comes from like a barbershop quartet type of thing.
I mean, we've definitely listened to this song way more than 1,000 times because we also have performed it so many times. This song, this style, in the style that we just heard, too.
Right. Although the way our nonsense words are not quite exactly the same as they're doing it, because I noticed that he's going bomb ba bomb ba bomb ba bomb bomb ba bomb ba bomb fadanga dang dang.
Yeah, where we go ba 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 dang dang.
Wait, we do a babag dang dang. Anyway,
dig it on ding blue moon, and we say blue moon, blue moon, blue moon, blue moon, and they say moon, moon, moon,
blue moon. They do that.
So they do something a little
bit different. Yeah.
But it's
and then we go ba 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 ba, but they go dip 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 dip.
Right,
anyway,
exactly.
They're all nonsense words. That's why it's called. That's why it's called doo-wop, actually.
I mean, doo-wop in and of itself is a nonsense.
No, that's why it's called doo-wop, actually.
But it's so cool. I mean, these kinds of songs are so short, you can almost replay them over and over again and not get tired of them, you know?
That's actually why they had them so short back in the day. They wanted to ensure that it would get radio. So, you know, people on radio stations, the DJs, before they would play a commercial or do a station ID or something like that, they would look for a short song to play.
Like, oh, what can we play right now?
Because they would have to do a commercial maybe at the top of the hour or a station ID at the top of the hour, and they would be like, okay, what short song can I use before I have to do this commercial or station ID? So they would intentionally, record companies would make shorter songs.
So then we should probably listen to or react to Maurice Williams and the Zodiacs, the song "Stay."
"Stay," which is the shortest number one Billboard Hot 100 number one song ever.
Yeah. It's a very short song. I think it's like 1 minute and 30 seconds long or something around that. And we've heard that song 1,000 times, so we'll react to that in the very near
Blue
future.
Moon, I heard that Richard Rodgers, who wrote it, I don't know if he was a big fan of this version of the song, actually.
Well, they changed it very much so.
Well, the style is completely different from the way
I think the song is
more of a ballad at
It's
first,
more of a ballad. I mean, you can listen to Elvis's version of this is more of a ballad, and it's a really good version.
Elvis's version, maybe we should react to it. It's very good.
It's very good. It's you really hear that slap back delay in Elvis's version.
He also doesn't sing the bridge on it. He's just, and it's got this eerie kind of quality. It's very good.
It's very
it's eerie, but also romantic as heck.
Sure, yeah, definitely. But this version is just fun, and it's something that people can dance to. Mm-hmm. And this is just it represents a forgotten, or not a forgotten time, but a time that was more innocent and.
Not innocent. Seemingly innocent. In media, it was portrayed as being well, at least not in movies. Actually, I would say movies at this time started pushing the envelope a little.
Well, this
bit
came
more,
out in 1960, right?
Right.
And so, you
certainly
can kind of
mostly in media they tried to depict a more wholesome.
You can kind of bulk this
thing
in with like the mid to late 50s kind of music, and just in a matter of just a couple years, things would really change. In the
not
60s.
In a couple. I would say in 3-4 years, things would drastically. I mean, with the entrance of the British invasion, things started to change a lot.
But but not just music, but all aspects of culture and politics and just social
and civil rights
norms.
and there was a lot. Well, the civil rights movement was already happening, actually, should be said. But changes, politically, that the civil rights movement. Anyway, I'm not going to give you a history lesson here, but
pardon.
But it's just interesting to note that this was coming at a time right on the cusp of a lot of social change, actually.
And this is coming at a time when music was about to change very drastically too.
Right.
And so it's almost kind of a bit of a time capsule type of song,
Right.
Very much so. But we like that kind of music. In fact, that kind of music is our favorite kind of music to listen to.
Well, I don't know if it's my favorite.
Some of our
one of my favorites.
Some of our favorite kind of music to listen to.
One of my favorients. I certainly like to listen to it a lot.
We'll react to other doo-wop groups in the future,
But I like the bridge part where the background vocals are going kind of doing this back and forth.
But we'll react to other doo-wop groups in the future, like the Jarmels, and and we already have. We did the Chords not too long ago.
We did the Chords not too long ago. But there's a lot of them that are great. And then we'll take a listen to Dion and the Belmonts later too, which I would call some of their music's definitely a doo-wop.
Sure, yeah. I mean, definitely.
Tell me why, or why?
I wonder why.
Huh?
I
wonder why. Yeah.
Anyway, this is a great song. Love it. If you're interested in checking out our cover of the song, we'll put the link of it in the description below, or you can just search for our version. Just type in Max and Nicky Blue Moon in the YouTube search bar. If you like what you heard today on this video, please hit that subscribe button and ding that post notification bell to find out about more Max and Nicky reaction videos.
Please keep tuning in.